This is not the kind of content that I usually make, but I'm seeing a lot of very ugly speak about this topic on the internet lately, and I feel compelled to push against it, and that is the way that we talk about celebrities and their bodies. It is very, very possible to have an open dialogue about disordered eating and to advocate for a healthy relationship with food without singling a person out, without making an example of a human being, without putting a picture of them on your green screen and saying, look how sick they are. They're so sick, it's getting really bad. They're a bad example for children. These are horrible things to say about a person who you perceive to have an illness. Because I can't believe I have to make this distinction. Eating disorders are not just like weight loss trends. They are very real, life-threatening, diagnosable illnesses. The first thing you learn about eating disorders is that they come with a tremendous amount of shame. This is a secret that this person is desperately trying to keep. So the worst possible course of action you could take is to draw a bunch of public negative attention to them on the internet. Because when you say it, and it gets views, and it gets likes, and it gets engagement, someone else is gonna do it. And then someone else is gonna do it. And then the conversation gets louder and louder and louder. And what do you think is gonna happen to that individual you're targeting? It's going to make the illness worse, if it even exists. Because you know what? There are hundreds of reasons why a person's body will rapidly gain or lose weight. And you cannot diagnose an eating disorder just by looking at a person. But the most disappointing thing about the people that make this kind of content is that they claim to have firsthand experience. So my question is then, why are you not being more compassionate? Why are you not trying to help? I think there are two main reasons people feel comfortable making this kind of content. And that is, number one, we don't view celebrities as actual human beings, right? They've reached a level of power or privilege. They have a certain amount of money, so they can't possibly be hurt. That is not true. These people have social media and they hear the things you're saying about them. They just do. And number two, you perceive this person in some capacity to be benefiting from this illness. They're advocating for thinness. They're uplifting an oppressive system that tells us we all need to be smaller. When in reality, if a person has an eating disorder, they are a victim of that system themselves. The messaging of that system has burrowed itself so far into this person's psyche that they no longer have control over their body. And you're approaching this as if this is something they need to be punished for, or something that is cancelable. We just need to be more compassionate. You